Hey my friends, welcome back to the Pop Culture Cafe. I am Huck, and yes, we continue our viewing of as many Hitchcock films as possible. And this time I watched what is considered to be another classic, and I have it here on this set, the Volume 1, the 4K set, and that is Vertigo. Yep, so last night I watched Vertigo. What did I think? Stick around and find out. Alright guys, now before we dive into this review for Vertigo, very interesting film by the way, if you're new to my channel, please do me a favor and get on down there and hit like, subscribe, and smash that bell so you get notified the next time I do one of these videos. And if you're curious, hey Huck, I'm new to your channel, what do you do here? Wow, I'm glad you asked. Yeah, look, I do like reviews, unboxings, I do box office breakdowns on Monday where we talk about the top 10 at the box office over the weekend and also discuss the number ones on all your favorite streaming services. I do morning shows on Tuesdays, I do trivia contests that everyone seems to be enjoying, and out and abouts, Blu-ray hunts, all that kind of good stuff. So if any of that sounds like your jam, well, by cracky, please subscribe. All right, by cracky. Welcome to the Prospectors channel, y'all. Anyway, let's get to it. All right, so here we go. This is the 4K set of Alfred Hitchcock's, the Volume 1, and I decided to go ahead and watch Vertigo this time. So this film, it stars James Stewart and Kim Novak. Okay, so this film starts a lot like you'd expect of Hitchcock. This one's really out of the gate. You know, the music is fantastic in Vertigo. I'll just say that. It really drives the film right from the start. You know, these hands are grabbing these stairwell arms to go to the top of a building, and it's one guy and he's running, and then it's another, it's like a cop, and then he runs, and then it's James Stewart, and then he runs. And so like, oh man, this thing is off to the races, literally. And so the bad guy jumps from rooftop to rooftop, makes it. A cop jumps, makes it, almost doesn't make it, and then he makes it. Then Jimmy Stewart jumps and doesn't make it. He starts sliding down the rooftop, and he catches the rain gutter, and he's just dangling there. And then the cop comes back to help him. But it's one of those clay roofs, so they're very slippery. It's not like a shingled roof. It's one of those clay shingles. And he ends up slipping and falling right past Jimmy Stewart. And that's when you learn he's got the vertigo. You know, he looks and he freaks out because he sees the guy fall and then the height and all that. So that's the fascinating start of the film. Just to give you the context of his condition. And then it continues into the film. And also starring in this film is Barbara Belguides. I'm not sure how you pronounce that exactly, but so she is a former flame of his. They have a very cute dynamic together. There's, you know, seen sort of at the start, and you can tell they've had a history, you know, that they were formally engaged and all this cute stuff. And then a friend of his, his name is Gavin Elster. He's played by Tom Helmore. He asks James Stewart, who's a detective, well, he's a former detective, right? After he had the incident hanging off the roof and the cop died, he stopped. He stopped being a detective because of his condition. He just felt it was the right way to go. But his friend wants him to do something for him. So this is the whole plot of the film. He says, I need you to follow my wife because I think she has a dual personality. It's like she's possessed by something. Do you believe in that kind of thing? And you go, well, of course I don't. James Stewart. Gosh, Mr. Potter. Forget it. Anyway, can't backpedal now, Huck. All right. So anyway, so Gavin Elster. So he asked him to start following his wife so that he can make a case that there's something wrong with her. And so, and that is played by Kim Novak. You know, Hitch loves his blondes, man. It's like every one of these films, it's like a blonde is the lead. He just loves blondes. And she's great. She's really good. She's got some wicked eyebrows. Maybe this was like how the eyebrows were done at the time, but they were painted on a little extra heavy, like really thick. And because she's blonde, and then she has these thick, you know, extra eyebrows, they pop off of her face a little bit. So that was the only thing slightly distracting for me, was the size of her eyebrows. It's weird, but you know, when you see it, you know what I'm talking about. You're like, oh wow, check out those eyebrows, just like Huck said. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back on track. So he continues to follow her around, find out what her deal is. He ends up falling in love with her. Well, that's weird, because that's his buddy's wife, right? So, and again, how much can I tell you before it kind of gets into the plot twists? Not too much. So, anyway, first of all, I have to say the 4K of this looked absolutely fantastic. Here's the one thing I think what I'm really getting sucked into with Hitchcock, especially all the color films. I've only seen, like, Rebecca was black and white, and I know when I get to Psycho, that'll be black and white as well. But the color palettes of those older films, because it's Technicolor, I just love that. I love that sort of look of those old Technicolor films. Just, I don't know. I don't know what it is about that look, but I dig it. I dig it a lot. And it's just popping on this 4K. Anywho, so, yeah, so that's my shout out to the 4K. Anyway, so where was I? So he's chasing around and falls in love, and then an incident happens with her that changes the entire tone of the film and a little bit tone in James Stewart's character. So, okay, so without giving a lot away, what I will say is there are times when he treats Kim Novak's character, Madeline Elster, a little too disrespectful. Like, he's a little too aggressive with her, and it's a bit off-putting. Now you kind of know why, because he's a little upset with her, but it's kind of like, hey, you know, back off a little bit. You know, she was just doing, well, I can't say what she was doing, but these are hard to review, guys. It really is, because I don't want to, like, spoiler stuff for you, but. So his treatment is a little, I was unhappy with the way that was happening, and I didn't know the ending. I'm not going to tell you the ending, but I didn't like the ending. So, whereas Rear Window, I completely love the ending. So for me, Vertigo. So I think that's all I can say about Vertigo. So I'll just stop right there. You can tell them, like, my brain's always racking, like, how to, like, tell you guys about these films. So I'll just say I enjoyed the film, but because of the twist that it takes and the tone that James Stewart takes towards her character, and then the ending, like, I'm not. It was strange. The ending was just strange. Like, it almost kind of didn't make sense. It felt almost a little rushed, a little forced. Wasn't sure what the point was. So, anyway, that's all I can say. That is my review of Vertigo. I still will say I enjoyed it, but still, I think I'm going to keep putting some of the other films ahead of Vertigo. Yeah, I mean, I know Vertigo is, like, it's, like, considered one of the best. It's one of the ones that they decided to put on Volume 1 here. I kind of wish they also would have put Rope on this one, because I still kind of like Rope better than Vertigo. Like, just as an overall viewing experience, Rope was more satisfying. So, yeah. So, all right, guys. So, that is going to do it. Thank you so much for checking out this reaction review of Vertigo, Alfred Hitchcock's, one of his considered masterpieces. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a big favor. Again, hit like and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you get notified the next time I do my next Hitchcock review, and it is coming. All right, guys. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Until next time, I'll catch you later.